I'm good with that. It's just a matter of what are that we're doing to better ourselves. And sometimes, I'll be honest with all of you guys, it is not easy. I don't like being that guy, meaning, and I hate the word leader because I don't want anyone behind me. I want us to walk side by side. But it's been very hard for me to amp up my life, bring it here, so other people can feed off of it. That allows me to feed off of that goodness. It's a healthy competition. Oh shit, Action's lost 3 pounds. All right, I need to get on my shit. She lost 3. I should be able to lose 4, because we can feed off of each other in anything that we're doing in life. And it's about being the best version of yourself. And it's been very hard to do that. But I've told everybody in December, this is not a secret, we're going to be talking about where we are today and where we are then, and how much improvement you made. We've got this. We're big people now. No, mommy and daddy aren't over us. We have no excuses. Shannon just called me out, and he was absolutely right. I mean, I'm like, dude, we got this big couch, and it's hard for me to work out because of the dogs now, and I got this puppy that's huge, and he's like, Court, you can do this anywhere. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I was making excuses, and I'm the first one to say, I don't want to hear the excuses bring me results.
Yeah, no fucking excuses, Court.
Exactly. Well, I mean, but we have to be willing to know when we're fooling ourselves, just to admit it. It's okay.
Yep.
There's my girl right there. I was just talking about her. You know, if that's the personal accountability. If you tell me you're going to do something and I ask you, hey, are you doing it? I'm not here to be your father. I'm here to push you, because I know in December you're going to look back and go, dude, you know what? Shannon will be one of them. I'll be like, yeah, Shannon he didn't get on me. He was just calling me out and saying, bro, that's bullshit. You can do this. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm selling myself short. I was making excuses. And that's really what this is about. And I will do it for everyone else, just as I hope everybody will do it for me.
Yeah, you don't need to tire yourself out, Court. All you got to do is just do it little by little. That's what Lovick was saying. He put that thing, you remember? He put that thing where that people said, you don't need to train till you're fucking sore tomorrow. No, you can just train. Like the Russian wrestlers, man, they work out, but they don't extreme workout, so like their bodies are super tired. Next you know, they can't move the next day. No,
it wasn't even about the pain, Shannon. It was about I've amped it up at work, and I'm coming home tired. And now that I got the couch and the puppy, and I think my mentality was, well, this is how our mind works. Well, you know, it's not really convenient, I guess is a better word. And so because I'm doing so much more
in other places, side of the trailer.
Yeah, it's like, no more excuses. I'm amping it up at work. You need to amp it up doing this too. MJ, are you fucking killing it?
Yeah, are you doing it, MJ? Making some money? What's going on, MJ?
The movie that you are currently recording, FYI.
She's alive. She's not answering.
So just real quick before MJ comes off, but I went to a private school, boarding school. But we had to recite this little poem that our teacher made us when we tried.
So no faggots are allowed here? What's Marshall doing here?
Marshall's not a faggot. Don't talk about Marshall like that.
Put respect on Marshall's name.
Marshall has more respect than all of you combined.
Marshall's sleeping.
Well, hers is respectful. Hers is respectful. I don't know who this other dude is, but I'm not liking your energy.
You don't like my energy.
Yeah.
You don't even know me. That's why.
So John, where's Diego? Did he come back on the app yet?
Yeah, he's on this app.
Because he got clipped. Has he been on yet?
He was on. I see him on every fucking day.
Diego's not on this app.
I saw him yesterday. I mean,
how did you all run into each other?
at the gas station. He was like, hey, Edmund. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, the fuck? How could somebody call me that name? I turn around and I'm like, oh, it must be you. It must be that guy. The praxeology guy. Oh, you're talking about Diego. My bad. You're right. I haven't seen him on the app. I was talking about Diogenes Spooner.
I don't know. No, Diego got clipped.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, there's a bat in my house. Why is it so huge?
He came home to nest inside your
Oh
pussy.
my gosh! I need to open the door so I can leave. What the fudge?
It's good luck.
It's not a true bat, but it's pretty big.
Where do you live?
Get out.
She commands the bats. She is Batwoman.
Yalla, get out.
Yalla,
Go.
get out, bat. Get out of my house, bat. You gotta get a
Go the wrong
broom.
way. Go down that way.
You gotta get a broom.
I don't want to kill it. I don't believe in killing it.
No, you shoo it. You don't kill it. You gotta direct it. It doesn't know where to go.
Okay. Get out, yalla.
Calm as shit though with that bat. Look.
Here, you want to see it? Here, I'll show you it. I can't do video while I'm on here. So I'm trapped. Oh, shoot! Oh, get out. It's like a moth, actually.
Oh, it's not a bat?
No, it's just so big that it looks like a bat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. I know what a moth looks like.
It's huge.
Huge like my
Okay, go.
dick.
Go!
Huge like these nuts.
Oh my gosh. Go.
Yalla. Yalla moth.
So all y'all know each other in real life? How y'all know each other?
I don't know any of these people in real life. The one person that like I met from this app, like when I went to some kind of convention in Chicago, like a dumbass, like I shouldn't have gone there. I regret ever like meeting up with him. He was fucking crazy.
Wow. Who was he?
He was trying to ask me. He was like wanting to marry me, like fucking creep.
What was his name?
Yusuf.
Yosef.
Yusuf.
Oh, I
Yusuf.
seen him on here.
Black guy?
No, he's Palestinian. Oh shoot, I don't want to.
You doxed him.
I think I seen that name.
This freaking moth will not leave the house. Go outside.
So wait, why didn't you like Chicago? Was it just because of Yosef?
No, I love Chicago. Chicago is like I love Chicago, but I regretted going to I went to an Islamic convention, and the Islamic convention was gay. All it was talking about was like Biden.
Wow.
Like they literally had a spokesperson from Biden there, and it was just like stupid. Like it wasn't actually. I didn't benefit. I benefited more from YouTube.
What, in terms of your resistance?
In terms of my knowledge and understanding.
Well, good, because I was upset when you put disrespect on Chicago's name.
No, I love Chicago. Chicago's my favorite city. Get out.
Where do you live? Detroit?
Chicago's your favorite city.
Yeah.
You must live in Detroit.
Yo, go.
Oh, you
Go
ain't been to
outside.
Atlanta.
Yes, go. Yay. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You ain't been down south, girl. You ain't been to Atlanta.
I fucking hate Atlanta. It's disgusting.
Ooh.
How dare you? How dare you?
The underground
Damn.
mall is so stupid. The only thing that was good about Atlanta is like I found a Somali shop and I found some really cute hijabs like one time, like in 2008, 2007. Oh,
Historical monument.
too many. Oh my god, my rib hurts. Too many guys on the DL in Atlanta, bro.
Girl, all you got is complaints. What kind of positive things you got to say?
Yeah, Atlanta's dope.
What?
Really my whole life.
I don't know. The best city is Lexington, Kentucky. But my very beautiful. I love how like structured the grid is, like how very organized it is. Like everything is just go down Chicago right, left. Very easy to. New York City is the worst. Disgusting.
New York City is pretty nasty. My wife's from Harlem.
At least Harlem has flavor.
What's your favorite kebab?
All of Harlem is like the worst parts of Atlanta. Just a different accent.
I do like the people in New York. I think the people there are like interesting. I just don't like when you talk to them, but I don't like the culture of like rat race. Like everybody's just trying to get somewhere.
You mean survive?
I mean, they forced it like that.
I mean, it sounds to me like you live at your parents' house.
I live with my family, of course I do.
I know. Are you
Why
waiting
would I
to?
do
Are you
that?
waiting?
She said, let me start yelling before I wake up my mom.
I went outside the other day. I'm tired of waking her up because I'm screaming on Clubhouse. That's pretty sad. Yeah, of course I live with my family.
No, I mean it's fine. I'm just.
So why wouldn't I live with my family?
I don't
I'm
know.
not a whore.
I mean, I've been to Jordan twice. I have Jordanian friends. I know how Arabs and their culture and Greek Orthodox Christians, how they do their shit.
Where's my freaking AirPods? Because I need to go to the gym.
Fuck yeah.
Charge my phone.
Are you on Hinge or Bumble? Are you dating?
I've never used one of those gross apps in my life.
Wow. Good for you. But wait, you're on Instagram. You're public.
I did make my Instagram public because I'm crazy and I want to fight people.
Well, I mean, it means it's a dating app essentially. Guy, I'm sure if you go to your DMs, there's like a gazillion messages in there from guys wanting to talk to you.
I don't
Oh, she must be bad.
mind like regular social media being used to meet people, but to like intentionally go on an app where you're like, I'm looking for this, that's not me. But I prefer to be people in real life. Like I don't really.
Yeah, there's dudes who specifically, I've heard talking on Clubhouse who seem like they come on Clubhouse specifically to get women. It's weird.
That's a lot. That's crazy. It's so
I think
stupid.
Clubhouse is probably a better place to meet people, including the opposite sex, than these. I don't know how the dating apps work, but on this, like, you talk to people, like, you hear their voices, you build rapport, you build, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I've been out the game for a minute. I've been married 8 years. So
8 years is good.
I don't know what what protocol is.
How old are you, Princessa?
I'm 12. How old are you?
Oh, Jesus.
She said she what?
She said she's a moron.
I'm 12. I'm at the perfect age of getting married.
She lied her ass off.
Yeah, maybe in
I
the
am 12
Islamic
years
community.
old. I got my period at 9.
Wow.
That's why I'm very
Well,
well
let's take you to Mecca, Yallah, and we'll sell you off real quick to some guy named Muhammad.
You wouldn't sell me off. I get my mahed, I get my money. You don't sell me off.
Damn.
You 12 for real?
Yeah. Don't report me. I don't want to lose my account.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and go
y'all
through.
trolling. Okay.
I'm
no,
gonna go
I'm
through
fucking
20
with
fucking
you for real.
screens
I
to
ain't trying
report
to talk
you.
to no 12-year-old. Even if it's like a cordial conversation, like I ain't trying to talk to no 12-year-old.
Why? What's wrong with just because I'm 12 doesn't mean I can like provide for society and have like opinions.
That's weird.
I mean, what would your parents say if they knew you were on a social audio chit chat app telling grown men that you're 12 years old?
Let me go ask my mom. Hold on.
That was crazy shit. I was like, I know.
Yeah,
Don't
mom.
put me in that group because I didn't get that shit either.
Yeah,
The funny part is when that was going on, my boss is Mexican at that time. And he came to me and he's like, Court, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, I'm not touching that shit. He's like, all right, bet, I ain't doing it either. Our whole store, other than like 3 people, well, okay, put it this way. Between me and him, we played off of each other so well. He has not a bachelor's. What's in between a bachelor's and a master's degree?
I don't know. I never went to college, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Vice grad,
Well, what was that, T?
vice grad.
Okay, whatever he has wasn't a bachelor's. It didn't ring with me. But he had it in business. So he was actually my boss, and he was dope behind the computer. This dude knew numbers. He knew how to do all that, and he could sell. But sales was my thing. So we would use each other. Okay, long story short, chick comes in. She's pissed off. She's raising hell. We're short frontline. Fuck, what do they call those people? The girls behind the register. Come on, Court, it's too early for this. Anyways, we were down one of the girls that's behind the registers. So he was filling in because he's a manager and he knows how to work the point of sale system. So I'm doing my little thing, bebopping around. He's working the register. Chick comes in. He's Mexican. He looks Mexican. You can tell he's Mexican, but a very clean-cut Mexican because he's a manager. And so she comes in, I ran up to the front to help him bag all her shit. So I was just helping out. So I'm throwing it in the bag. And he said something to her and it just pissed her off. I think she was racist, white chick. And she just didn't like the way he was talking to her. And I didn't hear anything that was rude. He's not that guy. She looked at me and said, I want to let you know you need to reprimand him because I don't like his tone, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh shit, this is funny. Because of the smart ass that I am, I said, you know what, ma'am, as soon as you leave, I'm going to take him into the back, and I promise you this will never happen again. And she thought she had the upper hand. She leaves with her cheap shit. And she walks out the door. We just start busting out laughing. She had no idea. He was the manager, and I was the bitch. So we played off of each other a lot. Well, when the Rona came around, he got an email, and I didn't have management title, but I was his right-hand man. We ran that, well, me, him, and Ray, but we ran that store. And an email came in, and they didn't know I sat in on the meetings. They didn't know any of this shit, the higher-ups. It came in through an email that, because of Rona, blah, 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 get your people vaccinated, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, Court, what the fuck's going on? I said, I'm not taking that shit. I said, I don't trust these motherfuckers, and he knew that I knew a bunch of shit. And he's like, so talk to me, what is this? So blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh no, I don't want this either. And I said, well, here's the problem, bro. They got us with these there was a whole thing. Corporate came into our store, and I almost got into a fight with one of the dudes from corporate. Because he's telling us we got to do this. And I said, motherfucker, I don't know what you think. This job doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not putting that in my body. Fast forward about a month, we got a letter or an email from corporate. We were the only store in the entire company that was not fully vaccinated. And they were telling management that management is not doing a good job on getting their employees to get vaccinated. We were all the holdouts. They'd have to shut down the whole store. We weren't getting it. And fast forward, come to find out, we brought it up in a manager's meeting about now that it's come out that it was bad, what is corporate going to do about it? And they never answered the question. Of all those people that you've threatened to fire, their job, their livelihood, what are you now going to do as an apology to all the people that did get it? And what are you going to do? Because now they could have possibly harmed themselves because of you. And they never said anything about it. When I left that job to come down here, my old boss told me for 6 months my name was still coming up in managers' meetings. You have an impact. You got to stand.
On violin is lovely. On lead guitar, home. Bass guitar, sunflower. On rhythm guitar or lead guitar is rhythm. And on drums, my brother Octavius. Breath in Woman Beyond the Sun. shoot.
Okay, that's called the Source family. Father Yahweh.
That is something that it ain't. Chilling with my baby, oh, she's quaint.
So Father Yahweh, or Father Yahweh, he was a cult leader in the 1960s and 70s in Los Angeles, and this was his band. It was called the Yahweh 13, and they were like the ultimate hippie band you've ever seen. They took hippieism to like the highest level humanly possible and created this like incredible artwork, and totally lost their minds. But they documented it all, so there's like this huge hippie archive of their experience, which is pretty interesting. They were like total moon children, flower kids, love children. Very weird, but
Show that you can't just have your heart, you have to have your fucking brain. That's why
your brain. Yeah, that's true.
you gotta like use both your heart and your brain. Just use your heart, you're fucking crazy.
Well, a lot of these kids were off the street, and they didn't have an education, and they didn't have a support system. And this guy, as a cult leader, took in 400 members, and they lived in a multi-million-dollar mansion in the Hollywood Hills, and they had the number one restaurant on the Sunset Strip. It was a vegan restaurant. It was very, very popular. So he kind of fucked up because he was under so much pressure, because you can't just like walk around like Jesus, and dress like Jesus and have 400 cult followers. So they kind of chased him out of town. He sold the business and they moved to Kauai. And then in Kauai, everybody on the island hated them because they are annoying, dirty hippies. But it is a documentary if you want to watch it. It's called The Source Family. You should honestly watch it because it'll teach you about religious cults and like how people fall into make-believe, and they just start pretending shit.
What is it called?
It's called The Source Family. I'll put it in the chat. It's a documentary. It's about an hour long, and it's very unique because it's totally American. Like there's no, it's an American religious cult, but what's so cool about it is they were really happy, and the photos are amazing because they were just beautiful. America was.
What's the problem if everybody's happy? Why is it a cult?
Because he had 14 wives. He was fucking everybody. And he was
Does he just get married to them?
he was a polygamist.
Okay, so that makes it a cult. If everybody was happy, what's the problem?
Because eventually everybody became unhappy and the whole thing broke apart.
Was it after law enforcement got involved?
No.
Got involved or before?
No, actually, but they had all kinds of legal problems. But the restaurant made so much money they could pay anything because the restaurant was bringing in a tremendous amount of money. And what's interesting is I bought a book with all their recipes. And it's a vegan restaurant. They were like cutting edge vegans. So it would be cool to reopen a restaurant based off of the menu that they were serving in Hollywood in the 60s. They're opening up a shawarma kebab place near my house here in Chicago. I'm like so excited.
Do you know that you hate the Arabs?
No, they don't know. But that's not true. I don't hate Arabs, and I don't hate Palestinians, and I don't hate Muslims. I'm just doing my job over here. I'm getting paid to be a troll. What's your excuse?
I don't show hate to anybody. I stand up when I see wrong, and that's it.
Wallah. Yalla. Wallah, yalla, yalla, wallah. Anyways, let me know when you come to Chicago, and I'll take you out on my boat. You can invite Diego. He can bring his family. What was that?
Invite Diego and his family, and I'll go.
You met them?
Yeah, okay. I'll go to Chicago and invite Diego and his family.
I can't really. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You said something, anyways. Something about Diego and his family.
You said go to Chicago. Then you said Diego and his family will be there. I said I'll go. Diego and his family are there.
No, I said we'll have to invite him. I can message him on Instagram, but I don't have his telephone number.
Chicago, I went for the first time after my husband died to Chicago.
Oh my God, your husband died?
Isn't that like common knowledge?
I mean, I don't know you that well.
Yeah.
I know the other one. I know Galilean Princess much better than you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's too bad.
But he was an executive director in both the Bay Area and Fremont and Chicago. So he frequented Chicago a lot. So my connection to Chicago is my connection to him. And I like Chicago. Not just for the pen, but it's just nice.
Wow, you sound so young. I'm so sorry to hear your husband passed away. That's really tragic.
That's really tragic.
Do you have kids?
I have children with his first wife.
Wow. Wow, that's a crazy story. What happened to the kids? Who took the kids?
Well, Morocco. So his sons are like old now. They're like maybe, I don't know, Muhammad is probably 21 now.
Damn, you married like a 40-year-old when you were 20?
No, 8 years apart, but he married his first wife and was young.
Wow.
He was older.
No, that's not bad.
He's alive right now. Yeah. Can you believe he's dead?
What? I can't hear you. You must be power
I don't
walking.
want you to take my story and make a movie. Tell me, I'll tell you about it. Let me make that movie.
You can make your own movie about yourself. I got it. Don't worry, I'm not going to steal your story. My sister is engaged to a guy whose wife passed on, and she died in a DUI car accident. And he's got three kids, and they're like all emotionally, deranged. They all have, emotional mental health problems.
They don't want him to marry her?
Huh?
They don't want him to marry your sister?
Who knows? I don't know. But the point is, these kids all got their own problems, and pretty serious problems, and they're all not really, doing well. So it's like, how do you get married to somebody whose kids are like, have all kinds of serious problems? Like, next thing you know, like, you're not in a relationship, you're like dealing with these kids, and all their problems that they keep creating.
Okay.
What?
How old are the kids?
One is like graduating college, the other one is going into college, and then the other one is like older, but he's a boy, and apparently he's not a boy, he's a man. He's like 30, I guess, or late 20s, and he got a girl pregnant recently, supposedly, in the backseat of his car, but he's like a cripple, because of the car accident. So it's like he's so happy that he got this girl pregnant, but yet he doesn't realize that like he met this chick on Tinder and it's not his baby. And he's so stupid, he thinks it's his kid. So, and he's rich, like they have a lot of money, and so she's obviously going to say it's his kid, but she's refusing to take a paternity test. So she's trying to stick the baby on this poor kid, and the kid is so emotionally sensitive. So anyways, I told my sister, I was like, spend the $600 and get him a lawyer and get him a private meeting with a lawyer and let the lawyer tell him the birds and bees, because this kid is too stupid. And if you get him an attorney, at least you can tell him later on when his life is miserable. Well, he'll know if they do the paternity test. Why would you take on the responsibility of some other guy's kid? Like, that's crazy. You know, I mean, think about how, I mean, what about the kid? Like, why does a kid want to get raised by somebody who's not his father? And then he finds out when he's 16, you're not my dad? Oh, fuck. I mean, it's not like it really matters because, you know, it's a little superficial. A lot of people adopt children and they totally accept them as their parents. Anyways, well, good for you for going to the gym. I think you're like one of only a couple people on this app that actually go to the gym. So mazel tov.
I'm running to the gym. I'm higher than those people. I don't drive to the gym, I run to the gym.
Damn, girl. You're fucking awesome. You want to get married a second time?
Only to Diego.
I've met him. He's not that handsome.
Oh, he's not?
No, his PTR makes him look like he's Enrico Suave. He's a butterface. He's fat and old.
You're a guy. Why would you think he's handsome? Does he have a receding hairline?
No. I'm
No,
saying
it's not handsome. Because I haven't seen him. What's not handsome about him?
he's just an ugly, normal-looking person. He's not like some handsome, buff, you know, fitness model. He's just an ugly. He's an ugly guy with a dad bod. He's fat.
How tall is he? How tall is he?
5'8" maybe.
Really?
He didn't get out of his car.
I don't think he's 5'8".
Yeah, maybe
He's
5'10".
6'5".
6'5"? No.
Yeah.
You're dreaming. You're trying to. You see, we see what we want to see.
Why do you think he's fat?
Because he is a fat man. He doesn't work out. He doesn't jog to gyms. He sits in his car and picks his toes on clown house with his wife all day long. Where do you live? You live in Kentucky? Holy shit. I took a girl out on a date last night who's from Kentucky.
What city?
Fuck, I think she said Lexington. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, good whiskey comes out of Kentucky. And also Thomas.
Only bourbon if it's from Kentucky.
And Thomas Massey.
His wife just died.
I know. Do you think she was assassinated?
I didn't know because I was in the hospital. I just got out, so I saw it yesterday. I was pretty sick.
Damn, you were sick?
No,
Shit. I'm surprised you're jogging.
well, I'm sick of my ribs hurting. Like, not running. Or not jogging. I'm not running. I'm jogging because I can't move that fast anymore.
What was hurting? Your ribs?
Yeah, my right rib is hurting like a bitch.
Your liver?
My lung.
Oh, your lung. What happened?
Pneumonia.
What is it? Pneumonia?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I've had that before. That is painful and fucking scary.
I think if I didn't take antibiotics, I would have been better, but the antibiotics, I think, fucked me up.
Yeah. Sometimes they fuck you up and then your body, like, it resets and degrades because of the antibiotics.
Black from it because the antibiotics were like making me photosensitive. So now I'm black.
You're a black woman now?
Dark, bro.
You're getting darker?
Yes. My brother asked me why do I look like a company dog like yesterday. He's like, I've never seen you this dark in his life.
Oh, well, you're tanning, I bet. It's summertime.
The thing is, the antibiotics. They made me they made me sensitive to the sun. I'm supposed to avoid the sun.
What kind of work do you do?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Healthcare?
Hotel.
Oh, hotel. Yeah, sorry. I know you're walking, but like I can't really hear you.
Jogging. It's my AirPods. They're sucked.
I hate AirPods. I don't necessarily hate people that wear them. I feel bad for them because I'm like, don't you realize that you're putting like a Bluetooth device?
Yeah, we're fucking up ourselves.
Yeah, you're like fucking your genetics up in your brain.
Dude.
Do you smoke weed?
I don't drink caffeine.
What?
I don't drink caffeine. Why would I smoke weed?
Holy shit. Do you read books? Okay, well, I'll read you some Rumi and give you the power of the Holy Spirit of Rumi. Okay, so this is like your morning workout meditation. Take the deepest breath of the day through your nose. Hold it for 10 seconds. Let it go. Okay, this is Rumi.
Almost to the gym. How long did it take me? It took me about 20 minutes to get to the gym.
Yep. Do you want to hear this Rumi or no? Okay, this one is called Someone Digging in the Ground. An eye is meant to see things. The soul is here for its own joy. A head has one use, for loving a true love. Legs to run after. Love is for vanishing into the sky. The mind, for learning what men have done and tried to do. Mysteries are not to be solved. The eye goes blind when it only wants to see why. A lover is always accused of something, but when he finds his love, whatever was lost in the looking comes back completely changed. On the way to Mecca, many dangers, thieves, the blowing sand, only camel's milk to drink. Still each pilgrim kisses the black stone there with pure longing, feeling in the surface the taste of the lips he wants.
What's your accent?
This talk is like stamping new coins. They pile up while the real work is done outside by someone digging in the ground. Learning about your inner self from those who know such things, but don't repeat verbatim what they say. Zuleika let everything be the name of Joseph. From celery seed to aloes wood. She loved him so much she concealed his name in many different phrases, the inner meanings known only to her. When she said the wax is softening near the fire, she meant my love is wanting me. Or if she said, look, the moon is up, or the willow has new leaves, or the branches are trembling, or the coriander seeds have caught fire, or the roses are opening, or the king is in a good mood today. Isn't that lucky? Or the furniture needs dusting, or the water carrier is here, or it's almost daylight, or these vegetables are perfect, or the bread needs more salt, or the clouds seem to be moving against the wind, or my head hurts, or my head aches better. Anything she praises, it's Joseph's touch she means. Any complaint, it's his being away. When she's hungry, it's for him. Thirsty, his name is a sherbet. Cold, he's a fur. This is what the friend can do when one is in such love. Sensual people use the holy names often, but they don't work for them. The miracle Jesus did by being the name of God, Zuleika felt in the name of Joseph. When one is united to the core of another, to speak of that is to breathe the name who, empty of self and filled with love. As the saying goes, the pot drips what is in it. The saffron spice of connecting, laughter, the onion smell of separation, crying. Others have many things and people they love. This is not the way of friend and friend. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Oh, it's Marshall. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Okay, this is my parting blow. Are you ready? Did you like it?
Yeah, good. Oh my god.
What kind of workout do you usually do?
I don't know, I'm just gonna really just like cremate this. Maybe like crystals.
Did you do any yoga?
I'm not really a fan of yoga, but I think I tried it before. It's not like a big piece. I think I like Pilates more than yoga, but I do make my own stretches. If you need to stretch more. But my main goal is to get my ribs to stop hurting. Whenever necessary, I can do them and stop hurting.
Well, it's going to take time. Just focus on your breathing, and what you're doing is processing the pain and whatnot. It's like breaking your ribs almost.
Yeah, I probably did break my rib. My pain tolerance is probably a broken rib.
There's nothing you can do for a broken rib. It has to heal on its own.
I feel like they could have put a brace on me at least.
No, you're doing the right thing. Now, I can't believe you even jogged to the gym. That's kind of stupid.
Well, I've been walking, but it's not doing anything. Like, my pain is still, like, there, so I was like, might as well try to get the bug out of my lungs, because now, like, I can't, like, when I cough, instead of, like, having a cough where, like, mucus comes out, it's like a cough that thugs right under my ribs. Like, it doesn't come out. And I think that happened from the antibiotics.
Yeah, well, you're doing the right thing. Just the big thing is relaxation and rest and de-stressing. A lot of inflammation deals with psychological stress, and they've proven that the mind-body disorder can cause inflammation and lower back pain and shoulder pain and all kinds of problems. People who are stressed and angry and sad, they get a lot of pain in the body. So what you have to do is.
This isn't that. This is like.
I know, but it doesn't make a difference, because your great challenge is to calm down. You're so hyper that, like, when you go home after the gym, like, try to do like a goddess ceremony. When you go in the bathtub, you put a candle on, put some music on, and then think of me and start touching yourself.
Ew! Shut the fuck up. It's so gross. Oh god.
Well, I know this woman who she's a bartender at this restaurant near my house. It's a very, very good restaurant. And so wait, why didn't you like Chicago? Was it? So, anyways, she.
Yeah, is that my conversation with you? You're replaying it.
No, I was closing it down actually. anyways, she's like, anyways, this other woman who owns the restaurant was like, she has a health problem, and she's like, I keep telling you to like do my bath ceremony, like every day, like spend an hour in your bathtub and do candles and fragrance and incense or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's really smart because that's technically like a meditation. You're not looking at your cell phone. You're just dealing with your thoughts and you're letting them go. Thoughts arise, you let them go. Thoughts arise, you let them go. And so that's the whole, it's almost like a baptism. Every day you can essentially renew yourself with confidence and joy and peace and pleasure and all those things. So, that a lot of men need to be more like women, in sense of like taking care of yourself and loving yourself. But a lot of women are their own worst enemies because yes, they may take care of their bodies, but their minds, they're not necessarily filling their mind with positive content. And so this is the thing about the brain, is that it's just like a computer, and the words you listen to is technically the programming that your brain runs off of. So if you come on this app and you fill your head up with all kinds of nastiness, oh my god, your program sucks. Therefore your computer sucks. It's very simple. Many people don't realize that your brain basically every day resets. Whenever you wake up, that's your hard reset. That's like resetting your computer. And then whatever you're listening to that day is basically what your brain pretty much runs off of. Oh my God, Paris Hilton's in Chicago. She's at the NASCAR race. She's incredible.
You hated on me like that. He never hated on you.
I don't hate this guy. It's my job to make fun
You
of people.
hated on him. You really tried to call him like unattractive. Like that's not cool.
He's a loser. Are you kidding me? Guy doesn't even have a job.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't have a job.
Yes, he does. Like, he's not gonna be providing for his family without a job. What are you talking about? Like, why are you projecting?
Because I got to make myself look better, so you're gonna love me more than him. It's a competition for
No,
love.
I don't love you.
It's
I
a
love
love.
Diego.
It's a love. Oh, you think you don't love me now, but guarantee you that I've already
Do you know
implanted.
how disrespectful he is?
Hold on, my other fiance is here.
Yeah.
Hi, Issa. Welcome to my polygamous lifestyle. How are you, my darling wife?
Good. Who else is not? You've always disrespected me.
Princessa is now also. We're also engaged.
No, we're not.
She says that Diego is her man, and I'm trying to convince her that
I
he's
didn't say
only.
he's my man. I
That
didn't say he's my man.
He's only
I said I would
5'8".
marry Diego.
He's only 5'8", and he's
No,
overweight.
he's not.
He's got a
I
dad
said I
bod.
would marry Diego.
Who are you talking about?
Diego.
No.
I just said I'm in love with Diego. That's it.
This is Princessa talking.
Oh.
Lisa?
She's married with a baby.
Wow.
Well, when he converts to
Yeah.
Islam, polygyny.
Who is this?
Princessa.
Nora.
Ah, Nora.
Oh, Nora.
Okay,
Nora.
yeah. You say princess, I think it's another person.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Yeah, guys, I'm just joking.
What's up with these hot Arab chicks? These Palestinian chicks are so fucking sexy. What is... You know what I think it is? Is my brain views them from like a love-hate relationship or something, or maybe like I don't know what it is, but they are so exotically beautiful.
Or do you think maybe we're just genetically superior to you?
I think it's basically you don't look like an Ashkenazi woman, and an Ashkenazi woman, like an Eastern European Jewish woman, they can be kind
I'm
of
Eastern European and just dark right now. I can also be Eastern European and just dark right now for the sun.
Anyways, what are you doing, Issa? How's your life going?
My life is going good. I'm taking a little break from some contracts I am reviewing, and I gotta get jump on a call in 1 hour.
Lovely. I just read Rumi to Princessa, aka Nora here, and it was
Oh,
wonderful.
nice.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Oh, I'm also reading The Fountainhead. We have a meeting, a room about it.
You guys are so fucking. Issa, you're. Oh my god. You guys are so fucking. Ugh. Yuck. Ich and yuck.
We're so annoying and ridiculous, but The Fountainhead is good.
Well, what's interesting
And
is
I'm in love with Rourke.
if you were to film tonight's book club and put that on YouTube, how much do you want to bet that there's all these Ayn Rand enthusiasts on Reddit where you could post your podcast and like thousands of people would get so pissed listening to the conversation because they're like, none of you fucking get it. Or something, you know, people would hate the conversation.
That's okay.
Well, there's going to be a lot of good truths that come out of the conversation about the economy, about government, about scams, about misinformation, etc. So it's a great conversation. But Ayn Rand, you know, she should, like, her politics and her economy should be implemented in our society in the way that it's conceived of. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. Joe Biden is going to be the next president. God bless Joe Biden. All hail Joe Biden.
Yes, vote for Joe Biden. Vote blue no matter who. I'm with you.
You know, I started doing the fascist salute. Do you think that's fascist of me?
What? What salute?
The fascist salute?
What is the fascist salute? I have no clue what you're talking about.
You just like raise your arm up diagonally.
Oh, the Heil Hitler thing?
Well, see, technically, the Romans did it as well. It's like, do you know how the Romans used to
Yeah, but I
salute each
didn't
other?
know that was called a fascist salute. I don't know.
Yeah, it was universal amongst fascists.
Is that the reason why he implemented it?
Yeah, it's a military salute, but it's also an occult reference because it represents the thunderbolt. So what you're really doing is trying to like connect with God when you do a fascist salute. But it, you know, in today's society, it's so racist and mean and nasty to like, you know, to do a fascist
It's
salute.
it's because of what it represents, right? And so, I mean, doing the salute, anybody can do it. It has nothing to do with it. The problem is that it's related to what happened to the Jews, and so it's seen these days. It's almost like a call for violence, because of what happened.
It is like a call for
But
violence.
it's not that
basically.
the salute. It's not that the salute is bad in itself. It's what it represents. You know.
I know, but that's
So-
like saying that, you know, the yoke and the anyways, it doesn't matter. Ben, welcome to the room. How are you, Ben? Cash in your pink tickets into the house of John Kitover. God bless you all. Welcome to Father Moon,
So
Mother
you're
Father.
streaming this to the other room or is it you? I thought you were listening.
This you are
I found it as Roman salute.
right. It's a Roman salute.
It's also known as the fascist salute. It's a gesture in which the right arm is fully extended, facing forward, with palm down. Blah, 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 blah. I want to know what it means.
Yeah. Look up the occult reference to the fascist salute, and you'll see that it's essentially hermetics. It deals with what's called Philthoth or Odin, and so you can do it in ceremonial magic, where if you're
But
trying.
you guys have got something similar, apparently, for the Pledge of the Allegiance.
When you put your right,
Let me Google that 1 second.
yeah, you put your right
Yeah,
hand
it's
over
very
your
similar.
heart.
It's the same. It's a military salute.
It's a mini, yeah. The Pledge of Allegiance is like a mini fascist salute because instead of extending your arm up and to the right, you put it to the left diagonally across your heart, and it's like an inversion of the fascist salute.
Ah, I see now. Okay, yeah, I see a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically declaring love for your father or your mother.
It says plays and films that portray the salute as an ancient Roman costume. This includes 1914, Cabiria. Okay, early Roman. Oh God, it's still It is carved in walls.
It's an ancient practice, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about this.
There's a lot of things you don't know about.
So many things I don't know about.
I mean, do you know how many millions of books you've never read and you never will read?
Of course, exactly. It is the reason why I hope I never stop being curious until the moment I die.
I saw a news article yesterday. They were analyzing the human brain when people are curious, and so it lights up your frontal cortex and your the rear cortex of your brain simultaneously. So your brain activates the front and the back during a period of curiosity, which is really an intense focus or concentration.
Yeah, well, I am a very curious person.
It's kind of like when a beautiful woman looks at my dick and curiously looks at my cock.
Jesus Christ, I don't care.
Certain parts of her brain light up and that oxytocin just flows out of the brain into her bloodstream. Just picture my beautiful penis extended firmly inside of your vaginas. And as you're coming, T-Rob's just screaming, "Fuck off! Fucking little party hat hook-nosed motherfuckers!"
I'll see in a bit. Did you get kicked out?
Oh, it's my house, baby.
If it's your house, why am I not able to join that room?
Mother and father? I have father and mother going. What are you talking about? Tiffany Sotheby and John Kitover. I don't have you blocked. I only have one person maybe two people on this app blocked, or three people. Well, so what kind of e-commerce do you do, or what kind of search engine optimization do you? I assume you still work on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, I'm working on that right now. Not specifically, search engine optimization.
Yeah. I have found YouTube to be the greatest source of traffic just for the keywords you're trying to focus on. So if you create videos based on the keywords you're trying to rank for or that you need, YouTube is like the greatest source of traffic, because when people search Google, they show you the video results as well now. And if you have a great GIF, or a great gallery image, and it's actually related to the keyword, like, it's gonna get you the traffic you're looking for. Video is the way to go.
Yeah, no, I kind of give up making content, and like I have a Facebook page with like 5,000 followers and shit or whatever. And like it just wasn't. So we've kind of a waste of time, and you're paying to bump every fucking post and shit to actually make people see it.
That's
I'm
Facebook,
pretty lucky that it's the site. It's like a platform in reality. So users create content. So there's continuously
Oh, I see. That's cool.
fresh generated content every single day by users.
Wow. What's the name of the app, or what's the name of the platform?
That I don't disclose on Clubhouse.
Oh. Well, anyways, Mazel Tov.
It's fairly niche, but it's the number 2 in its industry in my geographical area. So.
I used to spam this British classifieds ad website. It was called Gumtree.
Yeah.
I used to spam that because I used to have an office of spammers. I hired all these people off of Craigslist to create fake ads all day long on Craigslist. And then eventually I was like, all right, we're going to go to Britain now. Let's start targeting the Brits. So we started doing Gumtree postings. And it was all essentially to push affiliate offers onto them to do credit reports. It's all deceptive advertising, but I made a little bit of money. But I know people that made millions and millions and millions and millions. And it's all a scam. It's all fake. Whether they're looking for an apartment, looking for a job, they got to fill out a credit report, and so it's it's a scam.
Yeah, just so funny about posting your shit on Gumtree. I probably still is the tactic. The Pajit call your phone number like immediately and be like, "Hello, sir. We believe you have been in accident," and you're like, "Okay, what's my name?" And they're like, "Oh, you've been in," like you're like, they can't even tell you your name, so I don't put my name in the advert. Well, there's just fucking other. But yeah, there's just Gumtree is just spam sample.
Yeah. Craigslist has gotten really good at cutting down on the spams and scams, but basically what it does is it makes the scammers even more proficient, professional, and undetectable.
Well, that's the nature of kind of like even spam email, right? Like people don't. Anything that persists is profitable, right? So like years ago, it used to be dick pills, right? And blah, whatever, Ukrainian or Russian wives, right? Now it's Ukrainian wives, right? Because, keyword search engine optimization is going on there, right? So Ukraine's hot, right? So it's Ukrainian wives now, rather than it used to be Russian wives, or maybe it's Thai brides, who the fuck knows? But I guarantee you, there's Bitcoin shit in my spam inbox, right? But spam email is still email marketing. It's just extremely low converting email marketing, so they have to be extremely high volume. So you're actually the people that do spam and do it well. I don't know. I think they're kind of lost. They should just if for legitimate businesses apply these tactics.
There's some people though that are good at it and they just don't give it up because they are so good at it. And I've worked at a lot of advertising networks, and I've worked with some like mega, mailers and inboxers, and they're just like, that we've been doing this from the beginning. We're the best at it. They're constantly buying data, refining, and they have all kinds of complications. It's like a never-ending game. It's so much busy work.
I wouldn't like to be doing spam stuff then, because your email service or your IPs would be continuously getting blanked. Like that's literally what I'm doing right now. Is I'm automating bulk each user and basically creating a mailing list for them automatically. So, for example, let's say there are think of those followers. So if they have 200 followers, then every single time that they post a listing, their unique followers who have agreed to it, obviously that's where they're followers, they've consented, will receive a custom newsletter about that, and the new, it's like a newsletter essentially, but it's a newsletter specifically for each individual user, and to kind of make sure that's done correctly, gives people all the unsubscribe options and whatever, because if I don't know, I'm sure but like if they start marketing it as spam, like it starts rapidly decreasing the reputation of the domain, and then all mail in general starts landing in spam. So you need to make these sort of things compliant. Although there's no legal standard, but it's best practice.
I used to have this jobs website called USA Job Recruiters. I still own the domain name, and basically you go to the site and a video automatically plays, and she says, "Hi, welcome to USA Job Recruiters. My name is Tiffany Sotheby. I'm a job recruiter with USA Job Recruiters. Are you looking for a high-paying local job in your area right now? Are you ready to start working today? Well, call us at this number or click below and fill out your name, email, cell phone number." And so I had hundreds of thousands of people signing up, and I was generating millions of monthly visitors. Anyways, so I still have the list.
Monthly visitors.
It was all through Craigslist primarily, and then I was buying Google ads and pop-up ads. Anyways, I still have I have Excel sheets with hundreds of thousands of registered users. And so I recreated like a MailChimp and like an Aweber, and I tried to upload those lists. Nope.
Fuck, Aweber is an upward. Have you heard in a while?
Did you ever use 1-in-1?
No.
Yeah, I used to build everything
all the
on
fucking
1-in-1.
info fucking product sellers used Aweber back in the day.
Yeah. It was
Like
great.
anybody's shilling a course before ClickFunnels and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a fucking blast from the past.
And then I also used Aweber on this. The most successful site I ever created, it's called sponsorshipsecrets.com, and I've sold over 10,000 books for $24.99 or $29.99, and it's all the same book, just reskinned every time. So I've got, cheerleading sponsorships, baseball sponsorships, hockey sponsorships, hot air balloon sponsorships, scuba diving
What the fuck are you doing on
sponsorships.
Clubhouse if you're doing that, right? Like,
What do you mean? I'm retired.
you mean you're retarded?
Exactly.
You've got it redirected to a fucking YouTube channel of you live streaming. Oh my gosh, 8 hours ago, where you still this fucking thing?
So I've had the website. I've created the site twice, and so the problem is I haven't.
What the fuck? This is just you and your book.
So I have not. So when I had
Is
this,
this Clown House? What the fuck is this video?
Hi everybody, this is the John Kitover podcast. I'm CEO of sponsorships.secrets.com. So
That's the first I've ever seen one of your live streams. Anyway, what was I going to say? You see, the first person, anyway, so claimed and not contested, to ever make $1 million in 24 hours on the internet was a man called John Reese. You should look that up. And his, if you didn't know this already, the domain name that he used at the time, Bella. Sorry, there's someone here. 1 second.
Princess, I'm gonna go to my kitchen and get some more coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I don't know if you're back too, Reps.
I'm only going back because I have therapy at 9, so I can't be ready. Otherwise, I'm going to stay at the gym longer. I freaking hate these AirPods.
So what are faggots?
Faggot.
Oh. I didn't realize that's what we're calling them these days.
It's just so I don't get hurt.
Yeah, they're fucking everywhere.
Everything always becomes a Jew reference with you people. You guys are sick.
Jews aren't faggots, bro. Well, no, they are. Tel Aviv's fag central.
I didn't reference Jews.
Yeah, you were just making that about Jews, bro.
I know all communication is.
I actually like real Jews. I don't like the fake Jews.
Ooh, she loves Jews.
You
No,
actually,
I said I like real Jews. I don't like fake Jews. Like, I like actual Jews who believe in God,
they
who
don't believe in
practice
God.
their faith. I don't like these fake Jews.
Shit, my hair just got caught in this.
Their God has never materialized, right? They're waiting for the return or the arrival or some shit. What is it?
No, Messiah is different than God for them. That's the Christian concept. Messiah does not mean God.
Fuck knows that.
Like,
Anyway,
actual...
John, or Edmund, whatever your fucking real name is, yeah, I have to admit, you actually hypnotized me, and I can't get it out of my fucking head. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one? Nigger, faggot, faggot, nigger?
Yeah. No, not nigger faggot. Very close though.
All communication is hypnosis?
Negative, broke ass negative.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, fuck. Randy played it to me the other night, and I just, like, it was like, 3rd of July, like, get into the fucking, like, someone's gonna boom the roof. Oh, fuck, it's funny.
Oh my god, that was very funny. That was so funny. I forgot about that one. That was actually, when that was over, I was like, God, that was, okay, can you play it again? How did you get the clip?
I'll play it.
Negative, broke ass negative, broke ass bitch, negative, broke ass negative, nigga, you broke bitch, you a fucking joke bitch, nigga, bitch, broke ass nigga bitch.
Here's a song you can listen to for Richard and J. Cole.
Right here, bitch. Come and get it, bitch. Broke nigga, bitch. Nigga, bitch. Broke ass nigga, bitch. Somebody gonna boom the room. Just a matter of time. We going on a dime. 3rd of July. 2024, bitch. Broke ass nigga. Nigga, bitch.
Oh gosh. Oh, my dad would be so proud.
The man who records everything, you don't have that recorded?
No, I do, but I don't go back anymore and like listen to anything that I do. I'm doing the Johnny Depp thing where I do not waste my time listening to myself.
Well, then if you have to listen to what you do because you need to like filter your shit. Like, this is all rough drafts.
Do you mean hours that he fucking of content he creates?
Yeah, that's
like,
why.
no time
I mean,
to
listen. I'm John Kitover before John Kitover. I'm Edmund before Edmund was Edmund. Okay, I've been doing this longer than Edmund has been doing, but you have to listen to what you record. Yeah, I record myself all the time. I don't record others without their permission unless like I have to.
Wow. But I don't think you're at my level. I hate to tell you this, Nora, because I'm right now at this very moment I'm staring at 20 cell phones. So, you know.
I bought 4 phones, and then I like had to get rid of 2 of them because I was like the phone bill was too much. I was like, so now we have 2 phones.
The fuck? You just get a $50 burner phone. You get the minimum package of $15 non-renewal, and it's a $65 burner phone. You create an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Snapchat, a clown house.
You're doing it. This is like amateur art shit. You don't even need another phone. You just get a virtual fucking phone.
No, I get it, but the point.
No, you need the phone for memory.
No, the point is the live streaming functionality. So when you live stream to Instagram and TikTok and all these, TikTok stores a hard copy on your phone, but Instagram. So what I do is when I drive my car around, I have a dash cam. But what I do is I just take my cell phone and I live stream it on Instagram. Like, I mean, these people are still using HD cards and dash cams. It's like, you crazy. Just live stream yourself driving. Like, and there's no memory. So Facebook is amazing, and Meta, oh my God, I have made like 200% on my position in Meta. It's incredible. Like Facebook really is the surveillance capital state of the future.
The only thing I like about Facebook is the memories. Like, it'll take me 15 years back and show me what I wrote 15 years ago, and I can like reflect on shit. Like, I've had Facebook since 2004, 2005, when it first like was only for college students.
How old are you?
And your business, I told you I was 12.
Oh yeah, you're a 12-year-old child.
Yeah, I joined it like
With the...
it must have been like 2007. It was only kind of coming into Europe, and there was no one I really knew on it except for this little like group. There's no one I knew on it from home.
Yeah, before you have to have a college email to join it, and then they switched it to where anybody can join it.
Yeah.
You have to have your college email, or university email, sorry.
But I even was aware of it, like, because British people were using totally different networks back then. One called Bebo, which is a bit random, but
no, it's not random. I know the former CEO, a Jewish guy in Los Angeles. He's his wife is like an heiress, and so you can look it up. He bought Bebo from the founder. The founder did very well, but then he basically ruined Bebo. But Bebo was like
the original founders like bought it back or something.
Yeah. Bebo is like an original MySpace, but there's so many social networks.
It's like British MySpace, basically.
It's like a what?
It's like British MySpace.
Yeah, I got it. Anyways, what are you guys doing today? What time is it there, T-Rebs? You must be. I mean, it must be early there still as well.
It's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. What's Monday then, huh? What do you? Well, anyways.
Monday's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. I haven't been to work in over 2 months, and I just keep texting my bosses, requesting annual leave or sick leave. I will notify the union because they keep sending me AWOL notices. And
I was gonna say, I thought you said you were retired.
No, I mean I'm retired. I'm retired in the sense that I keep saying I'm sick every day. But they haven't.
Government job? Like, why the fuck do you pull that off?
Yeah, I got a government job.
He's been off work for 2 months, for actually really 2 years.
Anyways, the point is, I got like real shit I got to do today. I've been so lazy. I've been procrastinating for months, and so, anyways, I got a date with a 25-year-old today. We're gonna go out sailing on my boat, smoke some weed, and bang it out.
Yeah.
You probably haven't
Your
seen.
bosses know about your fucking like YouTube and fucking Instagram endeavors,
Probably.
so they can see you live streaming.
I bet you. I guarantee you.
Improvise, rapping, broadcast nigga bitch.
I guarantee you that they've seen me live streaming myself, topless, and they're just like, "Oh God."
It's not topless for the guys, it's shirtless.
Bottoms off on my boat, baby. Have you ever been to Isle of Man, T-Reps?
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That place is like historical.
For sure. No, my sister's just back from the race and whatever. They go over in their boat.
I was dating this.
For the weekend for the race.
What is it, F1 or is it Grand Prix or what kind of cars do they drive around there?
Thing you just completely dropped it for me.
I was gonna say that like I've heard historically like the Isle of Man.
What type of race was it? Did you say?
Yeah, but I don't really care. I mean, I could Google that. But basically, my conspiracy theory point is like the Isle of Man is essentially.
This is the stronger one. I've got 2 networks in my house, unfortunately. And what did you say? What, the race?
I said, is it F1 or it's F1, right?
No. Oh my God! How do you not know? How do you know about the Isle of Man, but you don't know about what type of racing goes on there?
When I was thinking about Isle of Man, I wasn't thinking about the race. I was thinking about the conspiracy theory of like the international banking cabal is like technically quartered in Isle of Man or City of London, Bank of England, type of thing.
No, it's in Switzerland and it's called the Bank of International Settlements.
But there's some.
Which is the central bank of central banks.
I get it. I know that. But what I'm saying is I've heard.
No, the Isle of Man. It's very. there's a unique race that goes on there. Well, it's somewhat unique. We actually do more of it in Northern Ireland, but Isle of Man is like, it's more famous because of the island nature of it. We do motorcycle road racing, so we literally shut down roads, like with permission, and motorcycles cover a road course through towns and countryside, doing like 190 miles an hour, past lampposts, garden walls, curbs. People die on it most years, or get seriously injured. But the Isle of Man, they have a road race just like we do. Like, so there's one event in the Isle of Man. There's many events in Northern Ireland, which are kind of like all of the riders that go to the Isle of Man come to Northern Ireland, do all the road race events throughout the year. And then the pinnacle is the Isle of Man, for its notoriety.
I've never seen on TV broadcasts from Northern Ireland.
No, you wouldn't have. It's fairly niche.
That'd be fucking dope, though.
The fans are nuts,
That's better than F1 or NASCAR, in my opinion. The motorcycle races are really, especially when it's like through cities.
You can literally stand at essentially like on a sidewalk, right? And motorcycles are coming past you at 190 miles an hour. And there's like, that's it. Like, there's no many times that guys come off the motorcycles, and like one of the famous clips just from the race there this year, two riders were too close together, and it kind of forced one guy off his line. He didn't make the corner, and he literally hits a garden wall and is like somersaulting through the air and lands on a guy's car in his driveway. Because it was in the middle of the town at this point of the race, right? Like, or it could be out in the middle of the countryside. He comes off the bike and just goes through a hedge into a field, and like, or whatever. It's nuts. It's it really is life or death.
Isn't there a James Bond movie where there's like the Isle of Man, like they do a race, there's a scene, I think they filmed it on the Isle of Man in one of the Sean Connery James Bond films. He's driving that.
I've never. The truth is, I really prefer probably Sean Connery compared to, say,
Roger Moore.
Yeah, Roger Moore's a bit of a fag, to be honest, I'll tell you. But and Timothy Dalton is like completely forgettable. People don't know who that is. But
yeah, he's a one-time show,
Sean
right?
Connery probably in theory is my favorite appealing Bond. No, Pierce Brosnan would be actually, but that's the Bond that I knew as I grew up.
I met Pierce Brosnan.
But the point is, I've never saw a single Sean Connery Bond film.
Oh, you never?
I saw clips, but I've never saw a single one.
Dude, this is some of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, no joke. Like The Man with the Golden Gun, Goldfinger, Dr. No, especially, or not Goldfinger. Goldfinger, I think. Yeah, that one where they robbed the bank of Fort Knox on the military base. Well, they don't rob it. He wants to detonate a nuclear weapon to radiate the American gold supply to drive the price of gold up and increase the price of his supply. But they film a scene at this incredible hotel in Miami, the Fontainebleau, and so James Bond bangs this super hot blonde, and then Goldfinger finds out that he banged her, so he like coats her in gold, and like she suffocates from the gold asphyxiation.
Nice.
But what I'm saying is the aesthetic of the films is very special because it's like 1950s, or 1960s. Sure. Anyways, it's just so rich and beautiful, and Sean Connery, it's like every single scene he has a hairpiece on, and he's got like a perfect tan. It's just like, it's like so aesthetically pleasing. It's such a clean film.
Why has he got a hairpiece on?
Because he was bald.
Sean Connery?
Yeah, that's what people don't know, is like, that's what kind of makes it cool, is like every scene he has like $1 million hairpiece on.
Maybe. I don't know. I've not seen this movie.
You can Google it. It's a well-known fact that he was wearing a toupee, but you cannot tell that it was a toupee because it's so good. It's made by hand, and it's perfect. Little glue and Hollywood makeup. It's like you look like an Adonis, but he's really fucking bald He's just a normal guy. Everybody goes bald and shit. I mean, if you're high testosterone, there's a very good chance that you're gonna lose your hair, especially if you get
That's hilarious.
stress.
The embarrassing. Interesting.
Yeah, he's from Ireland, right?
No, he's Scottish, bro.
Oh, he's Scott. What's better, Scotland or Northern Ireland?
It depends. Like, obviously, I'm biased. I think Northern Ireland's the best place to be from in the British Isles and possibly Europe. You're simultaneously two different nationalities by birth, right? I'm Irish and British. I'm entitled to both passports. And everyone, most people, apart from fucking, I'm gonna refrain from using a certain word. 1 second. Sorry, my niece is here. Fucking having the joy of working from home, and then the kids are off for school. You get. She takes care of herself, but she's not ready for Clubhouse. What the hell were we talking about?
The better place to live, Scotland or Northern Ireland.
I would never want to be from Scotland. It's a socialist hellhole. It's beautiful, absolutely. It's a great place, but yeah, I don't know. People will say it's very similar, but I'm very happy where I'm from.
Nice. I have no idea what. I really want to go to Europe. I've never been to Europe before.
Yeah. Unless you're into old buildings and shit, it's not going to be life-changing per se. It's amazing. Everyone from America wants to go to Europe, but everyone from Europe wants to go live in America, right? You live in these small little, I live in a nice 4-bedroom house, but typically, there's a lot of people live in, very small, tiny houses, which are just hard to heat, don't have air conditioning, and, you're just fucking a slave to the goddamn government. In Americans think they've got high gas prices and shit. It's a fucking joke. I saw a YouTuber joking about Illinois just enacted some additional gas tax or something, a couple of cents per gallon or something. It's you fucking people have no idea, is what I was thinking to myself, what taxes are like on fuel. And our cars are really efficient on fuel compared to on most American cars. So and it's still it's painful to put fuel in your car. But that's the point. They want to make it so expensive so you don't use it. But it just feels like there's not as much opportunity unless you kind of do stuff like what I do, which is not dependent.
Yeah, it's digital. It's
global. On a location. It's not dependent upon people. Well, it is dependent on people, but it can be done from anywhere in the world, basically.
Yeah. It's the parallel digital economic society, which is the only way to really liberate yourself from this fucking slave state.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's these fucking servers are my slaves, right? And they never complain. They do exactly as they're fucking told. They, basically never miss a shift. They don't cry, complain. They don't. Well, occasionally they ask for more money. Right, the data center, the electricity prices all went up, so shit had to go up. Although now electricity prices have come down, they haven't dropped their fucking prices again. Oh, it's interesting how that fucking works. Yeah, it's transformative. I'm not. It's funny. I've made more money working real estate in Portugal, but I'm getting close to what I used to, but it's a totally different type of thing. What I did then was first it was there's no guaranteed income, and also it's feast and famine. So even once the money comes, there's no actual guarantee when the next one's coming, and sometimes there's just peaks and troughs, right? So there's like the money will all come at once, and then there'll be a small drought, right? So even once you get the money, you don't have like the necessarily the confidence to, can I really spend this or whatnot? Versus what I do now, and so much is like it takes so much fucking time dealing with people, versus what I do now, which is I charge people monthly subscriptions for something that is not physical, you know. It's amazing. It's life changing. Like it's not attached to my time, right? Of course, if I don't do any work, you know, eventually the whole thing comes to a crashing halt. You know, if I do nothing for too many days in a row, the whole, you know, machine comes to a stop or whatever. But I could choose to just not work today or tomorrow or the day after or what, you know what I mean? It's just like of ultimate flexibility.
Well, the thing about, I was wondering, I was like, you know, I spend so much time recording and live streaming that if you just do like 10 minutes of recording or 2 minutes of recording, unless you're really keeping track of your time, you can get lost in what you're doing. And so when you say, oh, I don't have to work today, I don't have to work tomorrow, I have total flexibility. It's like, okay, well, good for you. But the thing is, I'm wondering, like, how do we become more aware or sensitive to the time that we spend listening to shit, looking at shit, talking about shit? And then if you were to do an analysis or an after action ready review of the time that you spent doing all this useless shit, and you were to come up with, you know, mission statements, objectives, goals, solution, problem, you know, like if you're really trying to optimize your time, or keep track of it, a lot of people use trackers, but
yeah, look, people, it's like keeping old school, like this used to be this idea of like keeping a money journal, because people have no idea where their fucking money goes, or a time journal for yourself, right? Like, what did I do, right? The reality is 99% of shit that we do doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, I've spent a lot of time building features for things that no one ever fucking used, right? And it's amazing. It's just like, you do wonder sometimes, like,
why we do what we do.
It's not about just why we do what we do. No, I do think there's things to learn about that or whatever, right? And that in itself is a lesson. Plus, you know, you're keeping your sword, or, you know, your skills sharp. But
I'm looking at it from the perspective that I'm being hypnotized all the time, whether it's self-hypnosis or environmental hypnosis.
Just like you could argue we're all investors, right? We're all investing our time somewhere. Yeah. The problem is most people don't know that they're an investor, and hence they just squander it, right? They're making bad investments all day, every day.
The chief investment is where you place. The chief investment is where you place your conscious attention with the limited time allotment that you have.
There's a finite amount of time, mental energy.
I know, but in terms of...
I'm as guilty as any one of us in this room, if not maybe, I know, let's say I'm more, right? I'm going to just say I'm potentially more guilty, because we get on the clown house.
I know, but it's not about guilt. Right? It's not about guilt or sin. It's about recognition that, you know, how long... My point is, you know, I'm... Anyways, there's no point in talking about it, but I just wonder how long...
I think this... See, this is the question, right? Like, I'm the ant that thinks winter all summer. You know, like when this is probably that real estate experience in particular that really kind of shaped my worldview on this, which is that when things are going really well, like I'm sitting thinking about, yeah, this too, you know, will pass or whatever, right? Like, not like everything comes in cycles, right? So I'm sitting thinking about, even if something's going good, like, you know, winter's coming, I'm also then therefore sitting in rooms on Clubhouse, and unless I'm doing something somewhat productive, if enough time goes past, I feel like this weight accumulating on me, and be like, you know, it feels like, it's guilt
Yeah.
You know, like I could be doing more. I've squandered this time. So
Well,
that's what I mean.
but that's that's a
I'm
little
flexible
obsessive
almost.
compulsive. That feeling is obsessive compulsive in nature, meaning that you didn't waste any time because time is conceptual. But my point is, because I spend so much time recording myself, I get the feeling that like right now we've been talking 23 minutes and 49 seconds, and so many people.
Why did you start a new stream when we started talking or what?
I have a timer here, and I just every time I start a new conversation, I click the timer to find out how long that new conversation lasted for, and I restart it.
That's compulsive.
What is your leave that you're trying to get from your employers? What is it for?
It's for a mental health disorder, obviously.
Which one do you believe you have?
It's schizophrenia, obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar disorder, massive depressive disorder, and any other mental health disorder.
What psychiatric medications are you taking?
It's called cannabis and Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
How about Georgia Homeboy?
But you legitimately believe you have schizophrenia?
Oh yeah, I hear voices all the time. They tell me to stick my dick in that tiny little booty hole.
That's just demons. That's not schizophrenia. It's not real.
No, I hear voices. You don't understand. They tell me to vote Joe Biden constantly.
It's okay, you know. If you just say the word, I'm sure Chicago's only a couple hours drive away.
But the fact that you're
Nora, I hope you know that I'm like honestly trying to gaslight you, and everything I say is generally a lie. You know, like the size of my dick.
Anyways, you said that you have real life stuff that you have to do, and you refer to your employers, who you refer to as your bosses, and so you said that you're taking a leave. You're on a leave. You've been on a leave for a couple of months. So I wanted to know what was like. There's laws in the United States. I want to know what
laws
you are like. What leave you're taking, and you said mental health. Then you went on to label yourself multiple mental illnesses that require...
Oh, I forgot multiple personality disorder. I forgot about that one as well.
Multiple mental illnesses that...
Oh, they call that dissociative identity disorder. No, my bad. I gotta update my DSM. I still have the 2003 edition. Anyways, let me get my DSM manual for you, and I'll put it in the chat. Can I DSM? Can I put the DSM codes in the chat? Is that what you like?
Listen. I don't believe in psychiatry. But
You don't? Why
Of
not?
course not.
Why not?
I want to know what you label yourself. You said you labeled yourself as schizophrenic, bipolar.
I'm a bipolar, schizophrenic, African American. I'm a 96-year-old black woman living on a pension. I'm a retired investor. I can't even afford my electric bill. What is your point?
But you can afford 12 phones.
You're so frustrating.
I know, Nora. The whole point is I have no point, and I'm going to obfuscate what you say because I don't want to sit here and just waste my time talking about all kinds of stupid shit because I agree with you.
I want to know the reality of who you are, bro, and why you're off for like 2 months.
Nora, it's not important who I am. What's important is our mission. And my point is, you know, I agree with you.
We have different missions. I believe in God. You don't.
Oh, Raboina Shaloilam. We agree on one thing, and that's that psychiatry is pretty much a scam.
It is. If you think about it, I mean, I don't mind like a psychiatrist who studies the brain and understands neurological aspects, but the psychiatric medications didn't come into play until the 20th century.
Listen, all of psychiatry is based on degrading the brain and making people more retarded so that they can't speak up and say anything and they're not a problem.
Have you seen how like, and when I say retarded, I mean it medically and scientifically. I don't mean it the way the layperson says it. Have you seen how retarded the human becomes after years of these psychiatric medications? It's really, really sad.
Oh yeah, it causes brain damage.
They give them intellectual disabilities.
Yeah.
And then they have a whole entire industry for the intellectual disabled.
Mm-hmm.
They give them all these SSI and disability checks.
Yep.
All this stuff going on, but instead of like just treating the issue, which is like the issue is like at this point, with their 20 years in the industry, They got hospitalized, they got medicated at 15, 16, now they're 45, 50 years old. They're fucked. There's nothing they can do but be a burden to the state.
Exactly. They're permanent residents of the state taxation system.
It's really fucked up. Like, I don't think people talk about all these other issues and they don't realize, like, the biggest issue is probably this.
Do you know
like,
how many...
you know how much money is put into this industry?
Listen, Nora, I know you're not a white American man or a white American woman, correct?
I am white, go on.
Well, my point is, many illegal aliens who have come into this country illegally over the past couple of years, through radical progressive psychiatrists in their communities, because they're doctors and they were put there because of affirmative action and DEI, they are putting many of these illegals onto permanent disability checks through Social Security, through SSI, SSDI, based off of psychiatric conditions.
I know.
And so, anyways,
but they're not the. But I don't know. I can't speak about like your state because maybe that's like something prevalent there. But in my state, it's the whites and the blacks.
Well, my whole point is, one time I was on this app, and this Indian girl was like, I love America. I don't know why you're complaining. I came here and I was diagnosed with bipolar, and now I get the Social Security disability check, and they pay for my housing and they give me health care. I don't have to work. And I was like, and this guy was like, you fucking parasite bitch, die, you fucking bitch. She's like, you are so mean and so angry, sir. Why do you hate your country?
Like, I don't give a shit about this Indian bitch. But the truth is, this is the reality. They are so marginalized. Like, the level of marginalization, it's like, they don't have to be on these fucking medications where you fucking retard them. Where they literally have slurred speech because they're so retarded from these medications. And then they're like, yeah, they have to take this medicine. They're bipolar. Bitch, like, where was bipolar 100 years ago? How did they medicate bipolar disorder 100 years ago? And even say, like, for argument's sake, that these illnesses are real. Say that mental illness in the sake of, like, it's a debilitating thing that you have for your entire life, like the bullshit that they label it. Say it's actually legitimate. Who the fuck gives? So are they gonna die from it? So you're gonna give them psychiatric, most likely hold on. You're gonna give them antipsychotic first generation, second generation drugs that were literally made during Nazi Germany, probably, because they were first created in the 40s. You're gonna give them these medications that rewire their brain, make them fat. They make them fat. Like, they literally, like, all these motherfuckers are fat. They all have, like, horrible gut health. You can't be mentally healthy if you can't shit. You have to be able to shit to be mentally healthy. I'm serious, it's the truth. And then
I know.
And then on top of that, they give them cotton mouth, dry mouth. You cannot be healthy if you do not have a good oral hygiene. If you have fucked up teeth, fucked up mouth, fucked up saliva, your brain is fucked up. And it's like these common conceptions, like these psychiatrists, they're trained in these medical schools or their post-medical school residency trainings to just see these motherfuckers as idiots. Yeah. And then we have federal law. So once you're, deemed a threat and you're put in these hospitals, whatever it is, like state psychiatric facilities, once you're put in those facilities, apparently it is federal law that they must medicate you. So instead of actually getting to the root of the problem before they start medicating you, be like a 12-year-old child, her dad, like, I know this, like, 12-year-old girl, like she's, like, younger than me because this wouldn't have happened in my generation, thank God.
She's
like,
younger than you? Oh, because you're only a 12-year-old child, I forgot.
No, I'm talking in the past, but however old I am, fuck how old I am. So when she was like 12, 13 years old, her dad, who I have a lot of respect for, married another woman. He had a second wife. And it caused, like, a lot of distress in her home. His first wife, her mom is a crazy bitch. I fucking can't stand her. And, like, he ended up marrying this other woman, and it caused some distress in the home for the kids. The other woman was, like, this educated woman. Fuck that bitch, too. She's a fucking stupid bitch, too. And she's like, oh, she needs to go to a psychiatrist. So she takes this little girl to a psychiatrist. They start labeling her with mental illness. Now she's like in her 20s, and she's like been on medication since she was 12 years old. She was this fucking gorgeous little girl. She was like so beautiful when she was little. Like just beautiful fair white skin, had brown like curly hair, big bright brown eyes. She was so beautiful. Gained like hundreds of pounds, so fucking fat, like, and is stuck on these medications for the rest of her life. And she is not the exception, she is the norm. And then she doesn't even get disability because her stupid bitch mother called the police on her. She ended up in jail, so she doesn't even qualify for disability.
Jesus Christ. Life is a tragedy, Nora. I mean, that's my point.
It's not a tragedy. Life is so fucking beautiful. But you have all these systems that don't give a fuck about you, and don't give a fuck about God, and don't give a fuck about the fact that you're not just wirings of a brain. That's why, like, you have to believe in God, because belief in God is what escapes you from these systems that tell you you're just a fucking wirings of a brain. They don't understand the brain. Like, when my dad had a stroke and he was in the fucking hospital and they were fucking killing him, the attending neurologists, when I was like picking their minds, the attending neurologists was the ones that were humble enough to realize that the shit that I was asking, the shit that I was saying was valid, and that they conceded to their fucking ignorance. But the residents, motherfucking residents, they were so fucking arrogant with me. I would say something to them and they'd be like, bitch, this is my dad, motherfucker. Like, he is not just your guinea pig that you do whatever the fuck you want with him.
Well, you know, Nora, listen, you could go to an abortion clinic.
You're welcome for the content. Oh shit, my rib. Give me my recording.
You could go to an abortion clinic and it would be 10 times worse, what everything you just said. The vaccines themselves, listen, we know that we're living in a very, very aggressive environment, meaning that, like, there's a million ways to die. So, you know, I kind of want to say, what's your point? And I mean, I feel your pain, but...
I don't, bro, I'm good. What I'm saying is, like, these systems, they are, like, instead of having people being thriving citizens, producing to civilization, being creative, whatever it was that they were God-given talents, instead they neuter them and they make them pigs and slaves to the pharmaceutical, medical, and, like, whoever is profiting at the top. And the people at the top, they probably don't know what's happening at the bottom. They probably don't realize that that's what's happening at the bottom.
People at the top, many people who got to the top, they know what it's like at the bottom, and they don't give a fuck what it's like at the bottom, because they're like...
I think you're confused, but I gotta go have therapy. I'll talk to you, bye.
Oh, I thought this was your therapy. Anyways, T-Raps, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. What? I was kind of blanking all of that out, to be honest. What were you talking about?
What we were talking about, or what she was talking about?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I was not really focusing. Yeah, that's my trouble with club. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The type of work that I do, that I get paid the most amount of money for, it's like being an author or something. This is the way I think I've conceptualized it, because, like, I'm like an author with like a couple of books in the marketplace, right? So they don't necessarily have to be bestsellers or whatever or something, but they're out there, and each of them kind of have a recurring revenue stream. But if you leave it too long, like, those funds will die out. So you have to be constantly trying to write something new to, like, it's like, I always think of this, I don't know why, but it's like a bucket of water with a hole in it, right? So it's like, I can fill the bucket and I can survive, but if I do nothing for too long, it'll totally empty itself out. But if I just keep going and I don't stop, I can stack buckets on top of one another faster than they can leak. So that's where I can stack each of the sort of like concurrent revenue streams on top of one another. But the most, sure, I can be sitting on Clubhouse and replying to emails or some bullshit or whatever, like just admin type work or whatever, but the most meaningful type of work that I do is writing some kind of new function or feature or debugging. But that you can't do on Clubhouse. So when I'm on Clubhouse, I'm not doing the most important work that I should be doing.
Yeah, everybody's in denial because when you're on Clown House, most people aren't listening to it like it's a radio show. They're listening as active participants, or they're using what's called active listening.
Like they're fucking, you know what I mean? Like dude, I'll finish I try to close browser tabs at the end of the day, so that when I